Hey again, yeah, then here's Alexander. So I've made you this short video in order to explain you how to query your API for this exact use case. So basically here, once you are on this README and explaining how the API works, so basically if you prefer, README is kind of an independent tool on which we can basically provide how to use our API. You can, however, query from this very specific interface the API which is provided by Mantiks. You will need here inside the headers to specify your API key. Let's show you how to get this API key here. Once you are on your Mantiks account, you just have to go into your profile, just scroll down and you will see API key generate, and here you can use this API key, this kind of a keyword basically, and you just need to specify it into the credentials. You just need to specify here, for instance, I'm going to say, okay, we want jobs for www.adobe.com. We want it from the last year, so last 365 days ago, and that's it. And you also have to specify a location ID, so which means basically to specify the location on which you would like to have the job postings. So here for the US it would be this very specific ID. You can have it by requesting the location endpoint to get the ID, and that's it. You can send the request. It will of course it will get some time to have the answer, and here you can see here the data that we have provided. So there is like thousands of lines of those jobs. You will see plenty of jobs. So yeah, it would be a way to trigger the API, if I can say so. Another way, in order to have, let's say a more professional way to query the API. So here on my side I'm using a Postman, which is a tool to request API. Basically, you can do it by code, but it would request for you to go into a programming language, Python, importing requests, the library requests, setting up the proper code to make the request, and then structure the results. You can do it here on Postman. It's quite an easy way to do it. So basically, it's a GET request, and you would just need to set up the headers here with the XAPI key. You specify your API key, and inside the parameters, basically, you specify here the value. So Adobe likes the 365 days, and location job IDs. Here it's for United States. You send the request. It will take some seconds to have it, and that's it. You will have all the data for those very specific for this very specific company. So of course here we would have plenty of those. So yeah, it would be the idea to for you to request the API. So you can either do it directly on this interface, but you will need to provide the API key here, or you can do it with another tool. For instance, this one, Postman. There is also Insomnia, which is great to do to requesting API. Or you can even do it by code if you want to code yourself, basically request with Python, or I don't know, Java, or a shell, even programming language. That's it. So I hope it would it gives you enough details to how to set up this first call. I hope it will be enough. Let me know if you have any more questions.